And you dirty man, you dirty man. Leave the people picking them alone.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe, touch the notification button, and feel free to leave a comment. This morning I want to elaborate on child safety and child care. Reason being, I am a mother and a grandmother, and it is a concern of mine of how children are being cared for overall, but specifically because of this COVID-19 pandemic that is on. Schools have been closed, so a lot of kids are home in the care of family members, friends, even strangers, as mothers or parents still go about their business trying to provide for their children and their families in general. And I think we as parents need to sit and hold some talks with our children, not only because there is a pandemic out, but in general because surveys are showing that a lot of children are being molested in this time now, during this pandemic, by family members, by close friends, by strangers, but mostly family members. Reason being, they are the hardest ones to detect, because at the end of the day, as a parent, if you have whether a nephew and even a brother or an uncle, stepfather, even fathers, and you're going on the road, you would be looking to say, well, okay, the fittest person for me left me picnic with, I'm family member, because them are going to protect them. No. Sometimes they are a target to them, because guess what? Which mother in her right mind sometime would be thinking that, oh, if I leave my child with her father would molest her? No, that's the last thought that would come to your mind. The thought that would come to your mind is, me not left my picnic next door, or me not left my picnic with no stranger, because me no want nobody do my picnic nothing. While right in our own homes, that's where things are happening. So I am just simply saying, as a concerned mother, not only for my child, who is an adult now, but for younger kids who maybe are afraid to express themselves, kids who have been threatened by the perpetrator to say, if you talk, me I go do you this, or me I go do you that, or them use sweets or money or something to lure the child, because remember, children are vulnerable. They do not understand. This has never been an experience that they have went through before to know, well, oh, this is wrong. You understand me? Because the bigger folks, these big grown-ass men, know how to manipulate the kids to get them to do what they want them to do, or to do what they want to do with them. Right? And remember, they are kids. So when somebody threatens them and say, well, if you talk, me I go kill you, or me I go do this to you, or whatever, they get scared right away. So maybe, yes, some of them understand that something is not right, but because they are scared, they won't say anything to anybody. So this will be going on for weeks, months, sometimes years before something is done about it. Then on the other hand, you have parents that don't believe their children. They don't listen to their children. So sometimes the child might really want to come and say something to you, but they are scared also that you're going to run them. Move from here, so go sit down, I don't want to hear nothing. Or if you do listen, you jump to the conclusion and say, I lie you tell, you know? Which I would suggest as a parent, if you have your child, have a connection with your child or children where they are open to coming to you and tell you anything, right? And if it happens that your child come to you and say to you, say, Mommy, Uncle so-and-so touch me, or Daddy touch me, or Uncle so-and-so said this to me, and I'm not comfortable with it. Don't jump and bash the child and say, move from here, so go sit down, you're too lie. You understand? Don't just jump up and flare up and start to get aggressive. I would suggest listen to the child, try to explain to that child, give that child some comfort and make them know, okay, I am going to look into this matter. I am going to watch and see what is taking place, and I am not blaming you for anything. Right? So don't start to blame the child as the child come and explain something to you. What your duty as the parent is now is to start to watch from that day forward. Some days you have to go put on all your clothes and leave like you're gonna work and just whop it back at the yard. You have to go settle one of your little friend or somebody where you're acquainted with and say, you know, say, I want you to give her hype and so and so. She over the house with her father, or she over there with her uncle. And our boys too, don't forget, because they are vulnerable also. Right? So we have to get to a level where we don't just jump and say, oh, I lie them a tell. Try and find measures to look into the matter to see if it is true. Don't approach the person either. So when the child come to you and say, boy, uncle so-and-so touch me, or uncle so-and-so try if you do that or do this, don't go to the perpetrator. Don't go to the perpetrator. Wait first and try to find ways to watch, to peep, be nosy. Just like how people get nosy in other people's affair, get nosy in that. So find ways, as I say, some days you might leave and you say you're going to work. If you have to ask your boss for half day or a day, sometimes dress up, leave the house like you're going to work. Or you're going to town or you're going somewhere where you know it's going to take you a few hours. Because that is what the pedophiles want. For you to leave and to be gone for a good period of time where they get to practice their nastiness. So leave and take another way and come back to the house. Find another way to come back and whop you and them. Chances are you might see something. Sometimes just watch them body language, watch how them moving, watch how them talking to the child, watch how the child has become withdrawn or too loud or something, because there are many signs that can be shown to you for you to realize that something is not right. Right? And when you realize that now, that is where you're going to start acting. And it goes also for our boys, because they are vulnerable also. Because a pedophile is not only out for your girl child. There are some that are out for your boys too, and they will lure them with things also and use things. We have pastors, we have coaches, we have teachers, we have so many people out there who we put our trust in, and we also place our children trust in them and their lives. And at the end of the day, they are the ones who are destroying our kids. They are the ones who are destroying our kids. And we can't only look out for our kids also. We have to look out for our neighbors' kids also. Because honestly, if we are to build a good society, we can build a good society with broken children. Because those are the children that are going to become adults. And if they are broken, what do they have to offer? So we have to start looking out for them, protecting them. So I'm asking mothers, aunties, uncles, family members, friends, look on your kids, look on your neighbors' kids. If you see something and it looks off, chances are it is off. Say something, because we are the providers and the protectors of them, and we can't sit idly by and watch all of them just go down the drain, because sexual molestation is on an all-time high in Jamaica, and especially in COVID-19 time. So parents, I'm asking you, please look out for your kids. Love them, protect them, listen to them when they come to you. And sometimes you can go to them also. Sit down, hold conversation with them, talk to them about things, ask them how they're feeling, how was their day, explain to them about bad touch, good touch. Explain to them, talk to them, sit down with them. I am emphasizing on that. Sit down with your kids, talk to them. Explain to them what is a bad touch, what is a good touch. Show them areas that nobody is supposed to touch. And another point that I want to get at, because a lot of times I have heard big men referring to little girls that they claim is whether them sister and daughter or niece or whatever. I'm a baby that. I'm a girlfriend. Come here, I'm a wifey. And them fling them hand around the little pitney them or them hug them up or them lift them up or whatever. No, no, no. No big grown ass man is supposed to refer to anybody's child as him girl, him wife, him baby. No, they are not your wife. They are not your baby and they are not your girl. Refer to them by their name. Call them by their name. Mary, Jane, Sue. None of baby and girlfriend and wife and all of that. No, that is inappropriate. And men only need to stop it. And parents only need to make the man them stop it. So when you have your child and you hear nobody else say, come here my girlfriend, come here my wife, come here my baby, stop it. Tell them no, I don't want you to call her like that. Call her by her name. Leave those names for your girlfriend and your wife and your baby, not people's kids, not your kids. They are not your wife, they are not your baby, they are not your girlfriend. I want to emphasize on that. Call them by their names. Respect kids, protect kids, look out for kids. They are the future. And if we don't take care of them and look out for them, what kind of future are we going to have? Sissoko and CDA is trying to play their part. But if we in the communities don't play our part and try to report things that we know and see, it will never end. So all we will be having is a society of broken men and women coming up. Will that help you and I? No. So I'm asking you, please, look out for kids.